Hey guys, welcome back to Smart Trader. Hope you guys are doing great. And in this particular video, we are going to learn about how to find the best stock for intraday trading in Indian stock market. Now, you would have found many ways to identify a stock. Maybe you will use a top gainer stocks or high volume stocks for the day, active stocks for the day, or long built up stocks for the day, open high low stocks. There are many methods on which you will pick a stock. But after picking the stock, you may look into the market's direction, the trend of the situations of the market sentiments, whether people are going to buy side, sell side, or the market is sideways. Based on that, you may take an action of going towards buy direction or going towards sell direction. So you would have been doing this already. But a very important thing which you have to look into, keep in your mind, is that there is something called correlation. If you add this correlation to your stock, things will become more better. How does this work? I will tell you. Correlation can be positive correlation and negative correlation also. For example, if you say our market Nifty or Sensex is going up, and if a stock is also going up, if market goes up, it's a positive correlation. But same way, if the market goes down and the stock goes up, vice versa, it's a negative correlation. Or if market is going up, the stock is falling, it's a negative correlation. So this correlation is something which you need to understand, because if the correlation is negative, right, and market is going up and you took an intraday good stock and the stock is not correlated to the market and the stock doesn't move, maybe it goes against you. So having a correlation not only helps you to go towards the right direction, but also when things go wrong, because of the correlation, the stock doesn't fall much compared to a stock which falls further more down. So here are a few examples. Okay, one example I'll just give you guys. For example, our Nifty 50 is correlated positively. Okay, positively. When I say positively, if Nifty 50 our market, I'm not keeping Sensex in mind as of now. I'm just giving example of Nifty. So if Nifty 50 goes up, the Bank Nifty has a higher chances of going up. Okay, so you can see the correlation between Nifty and Bank Nifty, Nifty Bank. Okay, so these are positively correlated. So if Nifty is going up, let's say 100, this has a chance of going up 90%. So this is the correlation with Bank Nifty. Alright, so if you look at the chart of Nifty 50 here, okay, an example, let's say Nifty 50 opened up today here and then went down, went sideways, and finally let's say you see there is a breakout here and it went up almost, and then there was a bit sideways market here, but there was an upside rally here. Same thing I'll just show you in terms of Bank Nifty chart. Okay, so same around 1130 levels, you see this is how Bank Nifty went, and then Bank Nifty, when Nifty went up, Bank Nifty also had that positive momentum. Because Nifty 50 is moving, there is some news in Nifty 50 stocks, and that's the reason Nifty 50 is going further up. Bank Nifty is getting that advantage of upside. Whether Bank Nifty is having good news or bad news, if Bank Nifty is having positive news plus Nifty is going up, then there's a double dhamaka. That's when you see Nifty Bank doing better than Nifty 50 and it goes up. But if Bank Nifty is like okay, not doing that great and normal, and if Nifty 50 is giving a push, that's when you see this is the movement happening here. Same thing, and then sideways, right? So this is the relation between Nifty and Bank Nifty. So how do you take advantage when you get, let's say, signal in whatever signal you're gonna take, entry you're gonna take in Nifty, you're gonna get a signal of buying or going up. You take advantage of Nifty Bank, let's say in terms of futures of Nifty Bank or options of Nifty Bank. You take advantage whether buying or selling based on the signals you're getting in Nifty 50. So you're taking that momentum, market trend, and taking advantage and scalping out for intraday basis. Even for stocks, let's say the stocks impacting Nifty Bank. Let's go to the indices. We'll go to sectoral indices. This, let's say Nifty Bank. So these are the different indices. Let's say auto, bank, metal, and all that. So let's go to Nifty Bank. There will be some stock pushing today, doing good in Nifty Bank today. So yes, Nifty is going up, positive trend, looking to buy. Obviously, I'll try to buy a stock which is performing well. I'll just show you both examples. Now let's say in this positive, I think Bandhan Bank was doing good. So Bandhan Bank, along with Bandhan Bank's stock news, it would have got the advantage. So if you see here, this is the advantage what Bandhan Bank has got. Anyways, Bandhan Bank was going up for the day, and Nifty has helped it to further go up, and then a bit sideways, no much support from Nifty, and stock specific there's no advantage. So Nifty, judging your Nifty, direction of Nifty, movement in Nifty, momentum in Nifty can help us to take advantage on stocks also, in futures or stock futures, Bandhan Bank futures, for example, if it has a future, Bandhan Bank future, or I would not say stock options because the volume will be very less, but indexes options, that is Nifty Bank options or Nifty options. These are the different areas where you can still correlate and take advantage. Correlation doesn't mean it should be only positive, it can be negative also. Before to that, let's take an example of a worst performing stock in the same sector. If Axis Bank is negative, so let's say you took a wrong stock and the stock has to fall today, but because of this Nifty advantage, let's see what has happened for the stock. If you see here, the stock was already falling in the morning, and when Bank Nifty went up, this got that support, it didn't further go down, it stayed almost sideways. And overall, if you would have entered around the 675 levels here, you would have ending the day with 672 levels, right? So not much of a fall in terms of Bank Nifty, because you see that you have got that advantage already here. The momentum from Nifty, what you got is impacting Bank Nifty stocks also. That's the reason Bank Nifty went up, because stocks will go up, but different stock has different level. Axis Bank will have personal bad news or bad information news, something going on which is impacting it to go down, but because Nifty is supporting, there is some push. Like Bandhan Bank didn't have any much negative, it just went positive. Along with Nifty 50 support, it further went up, but here it was already going down and it could sustain that levels. If you see, this is the level it has sustained, right? So that's the advantage of knowing this correlation. The reason why I'm teaching the correlation of Nifty 50 is because this is something which everyone looks into. Indian market, open gap up, gap down, Sensex, Nifty, and many predict this market. So if you predict one market, this is how we can take advantage in different sectors. Because if I can also correlate with, let's say, metals, with banks, all this. If this goes up, this has a chances of going up and all that. So bad news on banks, metals also can fall, but that is too deeper. But this is a general one, the whole market. Nifty 50 is what we look into majorly. So if Nifty is overall, Sensex and Nifty is going up, the chances are that these things has chances of going up, and that's when I take chance on my stock. And if I want to short my stock and Nifty is going up and I want to sell Axis Bank, or let's say if I want to sell Bandhan Bank, I know the advantage is going to be very less here, right? So you need to understand these factors, correlation. So the stock which you're picking, what is the correlation with the market? If market is going up and you're trying to short, you will not get the major advantage for the day. Market is falling, you wanted to short the stock, the relation is positive that both will go down, very good. If the correlation is opposite, then you need to think what's happening to the market. And what if there is a negative correlation? Market is going up, right? And you buy the stock. No, the stock will go down. Right? Example of negative correlation, I had taught you about India VIX, right? So whenever our market fell, I'll just put a one-day chart, one day, and one day I'll just put 1 week. You see here, you see a spike here, how this has gone up. If you see here, this is a big spike, you saw this. This is a correlation with Nifty. I'll just show you how our VIX is going up. It's a negative correlation. So whenever, if I open the Nifty chart with the same information, now wherever I have drawn, you see there is a fall in Nifty. This is a Nifty chart. The Nifty fell, and when Nifty fell, there was a spike in VIX, right? So this is a negative correlation. Let's see how Bank Nifty is. Bank Nifty also has fallen. This is a positive correlation, negative correlation. If you know how things are impacting with certain things, you can take advantage on all. So you can take few stocks, few futures, and some options, and you can diversify your entry and go for it, and the probability should help you, because your strategy will have an entry, you will have an exit, you will have stop loss and target risk reward ratio. So based on that, you diversify into, maybe you will not take only one stock, you may take 2 stocks of Bank Nifty, or you may take futures and options of Bank Nifty, right? Or Nifty also. So this is how you diversify and then try to know the correlation. If you know this is correlated negatively, then you should act negatively. If it is positively, you should act positively. That's how you take very advantage and make best out of your intraday stocks. Apart from that, what I would say is try to take liquid stocks, very important, because most of the intraday you enter on the same day and exit on the same day. If there is no sellers or buyers, you cannot exit your position. So always it is good to take stocks which are present in futures, right? Stocks which are are in futures and options. So for example, Reliance is a stock. I'll just show you. You can check this information anywhere, but I'll just show you in whichever broker also. You can just type Reliance has Reliance August futures and July, June, July, August futures, 3 months futures and options. But there are many stocks which are not, in this example. I'll show you Zomato, which was new. Zomato doesn't have a future. Maybe in the future it will come into futures and options, derivatives market. The volume will be comparatively less on stocks which are not in futures and options. That is the reason why we don't take stocks which are less liquid. So it is always safe to see if the stock is really in futures and options. You get to know here, or top security contracts. In futures and options, you get to know here itself. So if you go here, you get to know your top securities in FNO. So these are one of the top performing, like top intraday stocks in futures, and these are present in futures. All right. So like this, we have a lot of stocks, but knowing correlation also matters. Can take advantage. And because of the liquidity, your entry and exit, there is no slippages. Whether you put higher quantity, lesser quantity, the price at which you enter, you get your buy price also, you get your sell price. There's no slippages between your buy and sell and getting stuck, liquidity issue. So liquid stocks is very important, and the correlation between these. That's the reason why I say the bank nifty stocks, obviously they will be liquid stocks, or nifty 50 stocks, or whichever stocks are in this particular top nifty sectors, they will be having proper liquidity, and they will be in futures. So using them with the correlation with nifty, that is our market sentiment, because our market is again correlated with outside markets also. Tracking our market and take your stock based on that is very important. So this is the best way how you can pick an intraday stock, not just taking a random stock and saying I'll go buy if my overall trend is up and I got a signal of buy. The trend should be correlated, whether negative or positive, and then you should get your signal also, and you need to follow your risk management and strategy also. That's how you become a better intraday trader in taking advantage. So this was a small piece of advice. The main topic was correlation. I hope this was a new topic for you guys. So if this is helping you out, hit that like button and subscribe button. See you soon with one more learning video. Till then, take care, stay safe.